position there. In second spot, we've got Luca Durning. I think he got the win yesterday. And Cameron Goldfish, the lap record holder yesterday. And we've got Curtis Boyd on the front row. So already Jesse Stroud seems to have that start a little bit better than anyone else. This is a weight-limited class. So if you're underweight, where Jesse is, he's got to carry about 7 kilograms to get up to 183 or 184, I think the limit is, bike and rider, and that is after a race. So part of it is fill your tank up with gas, and then there's some weight positioning, usually under the seat, to try and make the bikes a bit more competitive. They are very, very competitive, and what a glorious day here at Manfeild. They're expecting 27 degrees. And we're going to look at some real action-packed racing all day long. Points-wise, we've got 2 series with let's talk about the New Zealand Superbike Championships at the moment, as we're joined again by Brad Ritchie. He's done the whole season of commentating. Welcome again, Brad.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Spider. This is exciting stuff. The brilliant GixxerR Cup 5-lapper out on track at the moment, and already some troubles there down the centre straight for one of the competitors there. Not sure what's going on there, but we go racing with the 27 of Caleb Gilmore, surprise package here at Manfeild this weekend. Just see Jesse Stroud sneak up the inside of him. So great racing all around this GixxerR Cup at the moment.
Yeah, points-wise, 191 for Jesse Stroud, Zach Fuller 167, so he's 24 points behind. 47 points away from the front, or 23 behind second place, is Clark Fountain from the west coast of the South Island, Greymouth. And behind him, Justin Maunder, Shane Miller, Curtis Boyd, Luca Durning, Caleb Stroud, Hamish Simpson, Liam Wellams, Cameron Goldfish, Michael Dowman, Caleb Gilmore, Lucy Dowman, Hunter Stoneman Boyle, and Sarah Humphrey. I seen Sarah running around yesterday. I don't think we've got Hunter Stoneman Boyle, but look at that already down on lap 1, just 0.079 seconds separating the first 2 bikes. 0.1 for the back to third place, Clark Fountain. Jesse Stroud, 19 thousandths of a second behind him. Now, look, there's 64,000. The biggest gap there we've got is 2 seconds, and that back between 11th and 12th. There is a split between that, so I think we've got 11 bikes in that group now. How many are there? It's very hard to count because they're all so tight together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 11 bikes. The rest of the track is empty. We could have another event on there almost, save for the 3 tail enders that are all out there enjoying themselves, and they all pile into the hairpin there. This is just so entertaining. Great class too. In terms of buying a bike, you buy a bike, they're relatively cheap, and a lot of people, when they buy a racing motorcycle, they've got to buy spare handlebars, fairings and bits and pieces like that. Don't need to in this situation, because Suzuki New Zealand have a truck on site, and if you have a crash, you can go over and very affordably buy another handlebar. So that saves spending several $100s more, or actually probably $1,000 to kit it out with a spare fairing and all the bits and pieces, which you're going to need in case of a crash. So that's all available through Suzuki New Zealand at the track, and outstanding riding, 11 in that pack. And look at that, the lead bike's just a little bit further, but there's 4 bikes in that group there. I think there's 4 bikes actually. I can count roughly, but there's so many people dicing around this big sweep of the Go Media corner coming onto the front straight. We saw a lap record set yesterday by, I think the man got 9th position, young Cameron Goldfish from Wanganui. He was never in this pack last year, or the Suzuki Series. He's up to his game and riding so well, as we see right at the tail end of that 11.24, Hamish Simpson. So a 1.4 second gap between the top 11 riders. In fact, we've got 8 riders within 1 second, 0.938 seconds between the first 8 riders, and that's Justin Maunder. So action out there, plenty there, young Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, this is brilliant. 11-man train going into the S's, and Jesse Stroud, rather, I get the Strouds mixed up from time to time. There's 2 Strouds out there, Caleb and Jesse in this one, but Jesse has a decent 5 or 6 bike length advantage as he heads into the left-hander, turn 5, the hairpin, but look at that. You can almost get slipstream during the middle of a corner in these things. They're so lightweight and underpowered that the slipstream counts for a lot. So look at that, with Jesse just broken through, he might just about be nearly breaking the slipstream there. We've got everyone in there. There's Zach Fuller, Luca Durning's up there today as well, which is brilliant to see. There's Clark Fountain in there, a great little 3-way battle they're having there, heading into Higgins, and all out in front at the moment. Jesse Stroud leads them out onto the back straight now to Higgins, so this is going to be all on. It's only a 5-lapper, so they're at nearly half race distance as they head down the back straight at the moment.
And the fastest man on the track is Liam Wellens, riding bike number 22 there. He's back in 5th place with a 1:36.819. We came here, the lap record was in the 36s. In fact, it was a 1:36.125. We've got an update because I said Cameron Goldfish bet it yesterday. It's now 135,688. Expect that. Well, right now we've got 0 wins, so the wind seemed to add nearly a second to part of that race, but yesterday, but it seems to change during it. And right now we've got 0 wins, so I think the wind was actually an advantage yesterday because we're still a little bit off. Oh no, we're into the 35s at 35,805, 35,805 for Jesse Stroud, 35,688 for second place. And Jesse was a bit further ahead in that last lap. The rest of the pack is starting to pile onto the back of him there, Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. Into the S as they go, and Jesse is got a few bike length advantage to hit in there. There's Caleb Gilmore second place there with Zach Fuller in third, and then looks like Luca Durning up there as well, and Clark Fountain. So it's all on the normal protagonists up the front end of this field, and very excited to watch. But now look at that gap he had across the lines, almost down to nothing, and this slipstream will come into play here, and look to see Jesse Stroud under a little bit of pressure as they head down the Denny Holmes straight here at Circuit Crisame on Manfeild. And there we see going up into first place, I think that's Caleb Gilmore, the number 27 machine, running into Higgins in first place. There's Clark Fountain up in the second, Luca Durning in third, and Zach Fuller in fourth, with Jesse Stroud now back in sixth place after leading.
Something's wrong there. Something's wrong there. He just lost 6 places there down that centre straight. So I don't know what's going on there. It could be something wrong with the bike, but he's coming back into play now. So he's gone from first back to about 6th place, and now he's back up there. So, and he's part of the team of Lizard Racing. You might have heard the words Lizard Racing. You'll hear a lot of it because there's 3 Stroud boys riding under the control of Mick Ruane. And great to see the Lizard Racing and all their financial and physical supporters and mental supporters as well. Okay, so what's happening to Jesse Stroud? What went on there? Was he in the wrong gear? We don't know at the moment, but right now they go across the start-finish line. 0.018 between first and second, 0.098 between second and third, 0.055 between third and fourth, and then 0.039, 0.040, 0.099. So not even 0.1 of a second anywhere between any of those top 6 bikes. We go back down to, what do we got? Top 9 bikes, all within, all under a second apart. And you can see it on the track. It's right in front of us. Who's that leading
That's
now?
Caleb Stroud, young Caleb Stroud. We haven't seen him up the front end of the field so far, but now he is. Caleb Stroud, the number 16 machine. He will lead them into the left-hander, but Clark Fountain on the number 3 machine. He is going to go right around the outside and try and get a little bit of a tow. There's the number 21, Luca Durning. That's third place. And then Jesse. So Jesse, whatever was wrong with him last time round, he's A-OK. He's there in 4th place. Zach Fuller there in 5th with Luca Durning right next to him as well. So all on here as we head into Higgins for the final time, and it is going to be the number 21 machine, Luca Durning. He's going to go into the right-hander in the lead. But there we go with Caleb Stroud just up the inside again, Clark Fountain in there as well, and Jesse Stroud. So the 4-way train is going to head down the back straight with Zach Fuller right there as well. Caleb Gilmore's in that bunch as well, so that's going to be a massive little pack. This is going to be a great run to the line into Go Media with the checkered flag ready and waiting. Can't wait for this one.
Don't forget a couple of ladies out there, Lucy Dowden and Sarah Humphrey at the tail end of the field. Great to see some ladies. Oh, hello, we got, that was going to happen.
Yeah, there's a couple down there.
3 or 4, maybe, how many bikes gone down there?
That looks to be the 27 of Caleb Gilmore there coming through unscathed. So Caleb Gilmore wins over Clark Fountain. And then it looks like Caleb Stroud, young Caleb Stroud in 3rd place there. Clark Fountain, a good 2nd place. So we'll wait for them to come across the line. I'm trying to catch the numbers. But absolutely epic final corner around Go Media, and at least 2 down there, Spider.
No, there's at least 3 bikes.
At least 3 down.
Is it 2 or 3? I think there's 3 bikes down there.
So across the line we had Caleb Gilmore taking the win. Well done. Clark Fountain got second. It was Cameron Goldfinch actually got up for 3rd place. So Cameron, a great 3rd place. Zach Fuller in 4th. Jesse Stroud there. 5th place. Liam Whelans in 6th. Hamish Simpson 7th. Shane Miller in 8th. Michael Dowman in 9th. And Luca Durning down in 10th place.
Well, it all seems to be a bit casual down there, which indicates there's nobody injured. I can see 3 bikes lying on the ground. I could see at least 2 riders up and wandering around, and there's no sort of sense of urgency that you'd expect if there was someone lying on the ground injured, so that's important to me.
Yeah, so the guys that haven't crossed the line, Luca Durning, Caleb Stroud and Justin Maunder will be the 3 down there at the final turn 7, Go Media. So wow, there was at least 11 or 12 bikes going into the final corner, and there we go. Caleb Gilmore, that's his first GixxerR Cup win for 2018-2019, so brilliant stuff from him. Clark Fountain with the second, and Cameron Goldfinch, I think it could be his first podium as well, so this is brilliant stuff. So when they come down, Neil Ritchie will have all 3 of these young guys down there ready to go, so absolutely brilliant. GixxerR Cup and a 5-lapper to remember for sure.
So a 1:35.688 is Cameron Goldfich's lap record. The closest we got here today is the best time of 1:35.805, and that was for Jesse Stroud, a 1:35.805. We had a couple of 1:35s, 1:35.877 and a 1:35.857 for Caleb Stroud. So that's about just over 0.1 of a second away from the lap record. So I don't know, how much did that wind play into it yesterday? How much did it... and where's it going to go today? At the moment, we've got barely moving flags. Of course, this is the class, the National Championship class that's affected the most, being the small bikes. Next is the Super Sport 150 class, the Super Sport 150 class.
Well, congratulations, folks. There's our first race today, and what an outstanding race. We've got 2 podium getters for the first time here. What excitement. We had 11 guys and that bunch of riders just laying it on the line. It was fantastic. 9 of them went to the line. It was anybody, and on the final corner, 1 made the mistake, and unfortunately 2 went out with them, but that's all part of racing. They're A-OK, which is great news, but a fantastic podium in here at the moment with Cameron. Your lap record's still intact too, Cameron, by the way, that you had yesterday, which is good news. Congratulations. What a weekend you've had. What's been the difference from Hampton Downs?
Just riding more aggressively. I'm taking chances that I usually wouldn't have, and that's the difference. It's awesome.
What about the excitement of all you guys in a bunch together? How good is that?
Oh, going into that last corner, I was going along the straight in like 10th, and I was picking up speed, and I said in my helmet, I don't know what to do here. I said that, and then a mini gap opened up, and I went into the last corner second, came out third, and just exhilarating. Just
fantastic, Cameron. Listen to that excitement. Come on, folks. How good is that? Great to see. So, here. Well done indeed. Well, you're the one that's less of a stranger, but in grids we've seen in the past has been 5 or 6 years. Now there's 9 or 10. Far exciting.
Yeah, it's great racing. Suzuki's put on this amazing class, and I love doing it every time, and it's heaps better now. The newer people are starting to get up there, and it's heaps more interesting.
Yeah, well done. But here you go, folks. Here's your first-time man on the podium and in first place. Come on for Caleb Gilmore. How's that? Well done. And congratulations, Caleb. I love your excitement as you're going through. Tell everybody, when's the first time you raced on a racetrack?
Oh, probably just the start of last year, like pretty much November. Jumped on a road bike and started doing the Suzuki series, and did all right in the Suzuki series, but man, it's awesome to be up on the podium. You know, standing on the top step. It's like, oh, it's a dream. So yeah.
Well done. All right. So what's been the secret? We've watched your improvement. Yesterday was a great day, even better today. How have you pulled it together?
I don't actually know. I mean, went down the middle straight and got slipstreamed by like 6 guys, and then I guess it just kind of all strung together throughout the weekend. It's been a great weekend, and going to the last corner, I had the lead, and I really didn't think. I thought I'd get slipstream going down the start-finish straight, but man, I was praying that it wouldn't, and it just came out, and it's been great, yeah.
Well done. What an outstanding podium. There you go. Then it's only first 3 riders today, so well done. There it is, folks. Suzuki growing future champions with this fantastic Gixxer Cup, and there's your top 3 winners. Let's hear it. Caleb Moore, Clark Fountain, and over there, Cameron Golfer.